Hi, my name is Rajashankar. I'm a founder of a deep tech startup, Natural Text. Today, in this video, I'm going to talk about the struggles I faced in finding relevant leads in the lead generation and how I accidentally discovered that my own AI, my own startup's AI, can be used to solve the problem in lead generation. So, to cut the long story short, my AI, our AI's Natural Text AI is solving the problems in document analysis, long-form text data, structured and unstructured analysis in areas such as market research, logistics, sentiment analysis, all these areas by doing a non-statistical analysis or a symbolic connections. We are using graph algorithms to figure out connections between the text between the documents by exploiting the grammatical structure or other structures via mathematical formulas. So it doesn't need any other external data or anything. It can simply discover what is inside the data via analyzing the mathematical patterns inside the data. When I'm trying to market this, usually what happens is the startup trying to buy any plans in the lead generation or engaging a lead generation agency or going to the LinkedIn sales navigator or any other a thing and doing a search and trying to find out the leads and send requests or mails, messages, so on. But what I figured it out that is also failing. And then I noticed a strange phenomena happening in my own inboxes in email or in LinkedIn and other social media, where I would get requests or messages, mails from food and cosmetic companies, mails and messages from natural products and so on. They are trying to sending mails for green tech and so on. I always wondered that why I'm getting these messages, why I'm getting this thing, and because anybody can visit our website, startup website, our company page in LinkedIn, or my profile in LinkedIn or Twitter or anywhere, would immediately figure out that I engage in technology, artificial intelligence, not on anything related to food or anything. Then I really understood that I was wondering that why this is a problem, and then I really understood that what happens is that my website has two keywords. One is a natural, the other is a product. So these two keywords are there. And when somebody is trying to search for a natural product, maybe my startup website popped up and it would be maybe my profile popped up and they started to send messages, they started to send emails and so on. I was discussing this with my colleagues, my friends, and my network, and they pointed out that this is an actual problem for themselves also. And when I engaged in the agency also has pointed out this is a problem because they have to, even if you can search, then you have to go to the verify each lead before you sending. That is too much of a work. And then they also pointed out this current agentic AI or a current Gen AI cannot solve this problem again because that is also plagued with these issues like enterprise search. So what is the problem is that fundamentally the private document search or the private search or enterprise search is still fundamentally broken, because the idea is that you have to count words and send the thing, something like how the search works in private, or if you have a data which is not in from public. So how it works that it will create a list of the words counted, and then once you do a search, it will compare the words occurring in the particular document or a particular website, and then compare with the search, and then if the words are matching, it will automatically pop this up. That's fundamentally is a problem because there is no context, there is no understanding, there is no such a thing. And then I also noticed another thing. A funny thing is that the spam filters in email, either it is a Google or Outlook, it is Google or Microsoft, it works better because it's trying to send those mails into the spam folder when I'm not opening it up, when this is started to burden. And also I noticed that in recent days that the occurrence of these spam mails increased. Maybe it is because of AI, GenAI, that people are trying to use GenAI to send mails. It is still not relevant, right? So I was wondering that can we do this? Can I go do some changes? Because previously I didn't thought about this domain. I was concentrating on, say, sentiment analysis, where our AI can make the answering the question of why it is easy. If you look at the sentiment analysis today, it answers how many things are there, how much the people talked about good or bad, and so on. But our AI is fundamentally, solving the problem where you can see that why the people are raising this issue, how many things are raising this issue. Can you automatically classify the responses into a neat buckets, neat groups, and then try to look it out? Can you rank how many mails maybe people are talking about one particular thing most, rather than all other things are not? So you can get all those things from text, from chats immediately, rather than you have to go through that, or you are just looking at some statistics calculation. So I'm targeting all those companies, but I didn't thought about this thing, which is a bigger problem than that. So I thought that okay, we should talk about that. I should reach out to these companies and see if they have a use for this and so on. And then people ask me how this is going to work. So in our AI, you can, when you apply this to large number of scrubbed data from internet, or if you have already the data, it actually compares the description or whatever the website content or in the social media content in those websites, and it's actually comparing each and every information, each and every data point, each and every line, each and every document to every other document, and then builds this graphical knowledge graph where you can actually, if you go and look at up one company, you will be seeing what are all the other similar companies. You can also see how much similar. Is it 80% similar? Is it 50% similar? Is it just 10%? So how it is works is that it compares the content and says, okay, this company A does 10 things, this company B does 10 things. Is the two things are similar contextually, not on keywords, not on any other thing, but contextually is it similar? And then if the company C does only 5 things, or company B does only 2 things, you will get that, okay, these things are 100% match, these things are 50% match, these things are 20% match, and so on. And then the best part is that you will actually get to see what is this contextual relationship. It is not something like, okay, like a black box or something, okay, the AI says or the algorithm says this thing, you have to understand it. But what you are seeing is that you can actually read and you can get these results in a human readable, machine readable format. You can integrate into any other database, or if you have already a pipeline, sales pipeline going on, you already have another lead generation pipeline go on, you can actually integrate it. Or if you already have a database of yourself, you've been invested in it, you can simply integrate it. Rather than just a keywords, you can actually, let's say, if you already have a customers, 10 or 20 customers, you can use our AI to understand that is it other 20, is there any similar customers out there, how much similar it is, and you can also see how many companies are doing in technology, or is the people are moving between companies. Literally, you can build a knowledge graph out of this simply by looking at the contextual connections based on a contextual content similarity. The major part is that it is it is like a human expert reading it and making connections, rather than simply you are doing this thing like using keywords or using some phrases and so on. So, and the best part is that this is also filters out spam, filters out bias, which means that if you don't have to worry about, say, some not for safe things creep in, or you have to worry about, say, what happens if the content is in another language, or is anything. It works in any language, any data size, which means that if you have a companies that are in Spanish, you can compare that too. You don't have to worry about whether you have to translate to English, or if you have a companies in Japanese, you have to translate that. There is no need. If you want to translate it, yes, but you don't have to. That our AI understands the mathematical patterns in it and exploits those patterns to get the contextual similarity. So if you are facing this issue, just get in touch with us. I also offer free trial. If you are facing a lead generation issue, please talk to me and we can solve this problem. Thanks for watching.